with in this generation, do people like listening to classical music anymore? So that's a nice topic. Nonsensical and personal weekly happenings again. A couple of things coming from you guys as part of the general pool, so that's going to be fun. Awkward talks and stuff. The the couple of things. I mean, it's not super awkward, but maybe it's a little bit of awkward. And then we have introduced this Q&A section, couple of questions where it's a little bit of stat driven, where we sort of put the question to you to say, hey guys, guess the number of this happened, or guess how many things this happened over the years. And it's something that's more scientifically driven, where you're like, wow, this is an unusually high number, and like I couldn't have guessed, or like this is surprising. So
Oh, just like a fun facts kind of thing.
yeah,
That sounds fun.
yeah, a couple of questions there, and that's pretty much it. Any questions from your end?
No, see, that itself helps. Just have a general idea of what we are trying to cover.
Yeah,
It's better than what we had, for sure.
we're headed in the right direction.
What the fuck? The BS group is not opening for me. Just the BS group. Every other group is.
Are we hacked already?
I don't think we're. Yeah.
For sure.
We're headed in the right direction. Are you unable to copy it? Should I copy it?
No, I put it on Munchies Media. Just put it on BS group also.
Let me open the link on my phone.
Group also. Okay, we live. Alright.
But I'll have to mute it and keep it on, right, on my phone. Otherwise,
Yes.
let me open the link on my phone.
Dude, I went to get beer today while I was coming back
Yeah.
in the basement.
Hmm.
When I called for the lift, there was already this box of china like packed in the lift. Okay, then it stops on the ground floor, and this old lady, not old, like middle-aged lady, comes on, and she's like, "Oh, you live in 603." I'm like, "No, I'm in 4." And then I'm like, "Do you need help with that?" When we reach the 5th floor, she's like, "No, I'll manage." Then she just like drags it across the floor on the lift, dude. I'm like, "Dude, why are you doing that? Just let me help." He's like, "This
What?
is your manage."
You look suspicious, dude. You look very suspicious.
How are your weeks, people? Shu, what do you do?
Work and some PhD shit. I have a research paper to write over the weekend. I haven't even started.
Oh, damn.
I'm so happy I'm not the only one.
It's so fucking annoying, dude.
Dude, you have to approach PhD with passion, okay? Nobody is gonna do like PhD and think, oh fuck, there's so much work to be done.
Yeah, fuck that. I want 1B.
There you go. Is this your first research paper, or?
Yeah, this will be my first research paper.
It's just the third week of the semester.
It's, yeah, 2-3 pages, some literature review and shit. But the topic will be pretty interesting. It will be blockchain technology in some industries. I'm thinking of the healthcare industry.
In healthcare? Fascinating. Yes. You think that's a good idea? Other people having private information?
That's what I'll read in the research papers, dude.
Blockchain in healthcare, nice.
Yeah. Raj did it on the financing industry. It was interesting.
Yeah.
It was, I wrote that on the airplane. It is absolute garbage, that paper.
Raj is like, oh, yeah, it works in finance. That's how they say it.
Dude, so
Yeah.
they have a
It's-
WhatsApp group for all of the students, right? That group is only used for marketing by these people who write assignments for you. They're like $500 this semester's assignments, plagiarism free.
How have they infiltrated this WhatsApp group?
It's all
I think-
Indians.
Yeah, it's all
all
Indian.
Indians.
It's the actual Indian mobile numbers. And 2 or 3 of them like private messaged me, "Hey bro, do you want your assignments done for cheap?
Like, bro,
Oh,
I'm
God,
gonna
one
start
of my-
this scam too. What do
Contact
you
me,
say?
bro."
You should. You should. Just pick
I'm
some
like you.
photography PhD students. There, I'll do your paper on lighting.
Yeah, a lot of people in India actually do that. They do that for your interviews. Some people actually do the work for you.
Work out that way. Yeah, some contractors here have 3-4 jobs and they just outsource. So they get paid
Yes.
like $55 an hour. They pay 40% of that to the consultancy. So the remaining $40, $35-40 they have, they push around $15 an hour to some Indian sitting there, which is a lot of money for him. And this dude just gets free $20 for no amount of his work. Well, setting all this up is some work, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
No, but the consultancy does that. Like the consultancy finds your proxies and arranges everything for you.
Really?
Yeah. It's not a consumer
It's
to
not a random thing.
structure. It's the
There is the random thing also. There are farms like you can
some
like
of them
actually,
are where they reach out to consumers, but most of it in the industry is controlled by these consultancies who hire people in India to do the work for you. So when I was doing my internship, I was supposed to join full time there, but that fucked up completely because the team was shit. So I was looking for jobs. So at some point I was also considering doing this consultancy nonsense. So I contacted a few of them. So they were telling me, okay, we'll make your resume for you. You'll have 6 or 7 years of experience.
Yeah.
We'll find
Yeah.
a to interview and everything,
Yeah.
and we'll split your salary. We'll take 30%. You keep 70%. So I was trying to negotiate with them. I said, I'll use my resume. I'll give my own interviews. You take only 10%. Just find me interviews.
That's not gonna work out.
that's actually a good deal for them. Barely any work.
Yeah.
This 10% they're not gonna take in. I'll say taxes, this shit and that.
Yeah, but they arrange housing for people. They just call students over. They'll put them up in like one house. You'll have 3 or 4 people living, and they're all trying to jobs through this consultancy.
Right. I mean, it could be very lucrative if you have like 2-3 clients and like sort of have.
So they're
long-term
minting money. This is
relationships.
like the
Yeah.
new Indian
I've
fad.
had friends who make around 25-30K and they're like 20, 23, 24, 25, 25, 26-year-olds who make like fucking 27, 28 grand. So if they can
In a
make
month.
it work in a month, yeah. If they have like 3 clients
Yeah.
and they're staying in like low tax state like Texas or whatever that is. Yeah, I mean, as far as your
People
peace
have found a lot of
mind-
hacks here. Yeah.
Yeah, on the long term, maybe not a good thing, but on short term, definitely lucrative.
I don't get the point.
Me neither. I mean, but yeah, if their plan is to maybe make a few $100,000 and go back, then yeah, that makes sense, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, it's a uniquely weird demographic limited to these first world countries, because a lot of immigrants do actually live this kind of lifestyle, even in Europe. Just trying to hold on to the visa, finding some low-end jobs because it's better than their home countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in this case, it's not low-paying jobs. It's like you're
Yeah.
getting paid more than the fucking normal citizens.
Yeah, this is a different hack altogether.
It's for Indians in this country with this hack,
We are always paid higher than an average American.
no less, right? Like even with normal thing, you're always paid high, but with this hack,
Yeah, that's
you're
a-
trying to hold on to H1B, but you're making $300,000 a year, and you're like, holy shit, this is insane.
Yeah, I
for
mean,
work
at that
sake.
point, they can just work for 3-4 years and just save and go back to India.
Yeah, go back with $1 million, and they, for all you know, he has a fucking construction background, and his dad is in construction, and you take that $1 million and put it in Bangalore or Hyderabad, and you
You
start your
won't get a
business.
site for $1 million in Bangalore now. In a
Yeah,
competitive
what are you
place.
saying?
Yeah,
$1 million
what?
is nothing, but why would someone's dad who's in construction be doing
That's
this in the US?
No, a developer who wants to start his own thing at
1
28,
million is
29.
nothing.
1
What
million
are
is
you
7 crore
saying?
among 7 crore in HSR. I'll give you an example. In HSR, even if you want to buy a 30-40, it's going to cost you around 15-16 crore. Just a 30-40 size. That's
But you're
1200 square
not
feet.
wanting, but you don't want to buy it, dude. You're in the construction business. You're a developer, so you're putting money as part of the investment. Once it's built,
You're
you take
investing.
your
That's
share.
a different
Yeah.
path. Investing $1 million. Why? What does construction have to do with that then?
I use that
I
reference
mean, a lot
because a
of
few people are in Hyderabad. They are in the construction business, and they want to put in their they have huge links in development and their dads in the construction, and they want to start their own business. So you put in $1 million, that's 7 crore, on a construction event, and once the building matures and you start renting out, you get back like, 2 years, you'll get back like double that. That's their plan. I mean, I'm not thinking that way, but
a lot of people also just go back to India and become entrepreneurs. Just start some companies using all of the money that they've saved.
Which is not bad, the way you think
Yeah.
about it. If you're spending in going back here, spending in a developing country. But it's just that these middlemen are. There are, for every success story like this, there are millions who get just fucked with one consultancy job and they end up earning like 40-50 bucks an hour. 40 bucks an hour is, after paying a consultancy, you'll barely be making enough to live by.
Yeah,
No.
that's true.
So think of it that way.
That's
But
a wide
the only
curve.
person who guaranteed wins from this arrangement is that fucking middleman. They're millionaires. Like 40-year-old Indians here right now, this is the racket. Like,
Yeah.
This is the shit that's happening. They're millionaires.
Interesting. If only you could sponsor your own visa and get done with all this shit.
No, that's how they get their
can.
green card, right? If you invest $500,000 and provide
Yeah,
jobs to a certain
that,
number of
of
people, you
course,
directly
everybody-
get your green card.
If
That
I met
everybody knows,
two or three
EB5.
more like-minded people, I wanted to do that so badly because it makes no sense. It's money you're investing, which we'll end up investing one way or another that much by this time. We should have invested on ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, that's how like all of these Patel brothers, the Indian stores, they've set up. They've collected like generations of money, and now they're all green card holders. They've invested in a store.
Yeah, I mean, not Patel brothers, but they already came, I imagine, with rich heritage of money, and
Patels.
they were, they were already born and raised here, I think. But yeah,
You're talking about the Patel brothers, aren't you? Muga.
you're talking about the original Patel brothers, or
Wait, there are counterfeit assholes running around calling themselves Patel brothers.
No, it's a franchise. Or franchise.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know, however the
Words,
fuck it's
some-
pronounced.
What, you had Patel brothers in school?
Who,
What?
me?
Yeah.
Who had Patel brothers in school?
No,
No,
I'm
no,
asking
no,
these
no, no,
guys.
no, 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 no.
anyways.
I understand your question. No. We are talking about the same Patel brothers. Patel brothers is a. Oh, you don't
It's
know.
a big Indian store
here.
here.
Okay.
It's a big chain of Indian store.
Stores. Yeah,
Like,
sorry, we should have given
Across
some
the
context.
nation.
Yes.
Yeah, now.
Oh.
And they're all owned by Gujaratis.
Where like they give you 10
is-
curry leaves, 10 physical curry leaves for $1.
Dude, they sell Maggie for like $5.99, $6, dude, for a packet of Maggie.
What? You
I
don't
bought
get Maggie
Lay's
otherwise in
recently.
US?
No. Where else will you get Maggie?
No, you
Dude,
get
I-
ramen, you get
You get a-
yakisoba,
yeah.
all of that nonsense. Yeah, but not Maggie.
Non Maggi.
Yeah, I know.
I bought Lays recently from Patel Brothers. I bought 40 Lays for $40.
What the fuck?
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
You got a 40 pack of Lays.
No, because they had the orange lace and it was they only had 40 orange laces. So it's like, okay, give me the whole stock.
Dude, I think
And they were out of orange lace. And they're like, who is this fucking crazy guy?
I'll tell you what happened. I think he saw that entire, like, they were putting the Lays packets on the shelves. He just took that entire thing, threw down 40 bucks, and he's like, they're taking
I
this.
slapped that guy who's stacking it. I said, give me the box. I'm taking this home. Yeah. No, but
Dude.
you kind of do feel bad because it's like
Dude,
10
sometimes I really wonder how
or
you're alive,
something at
Amog.
home. Hmm?
It's a miracle you're alive.
Dude,
Yeah.
here I'm getting looks for buying 4 packets of chips from the shopkeeper. He's like, dude, this is not for one night. Relax.
Oh, yeah,
This guy just multiplied it by 10. Dude.
the shopkeepers in India take it upon themselves to, like, judge you and give you life advice right
Yeah.
over the counter.
Exactly. Like, fuck.
Even if it's like against their own damn business.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, isn't this commerce? What the fuck are you doing?
If there's some time left, they're gonna start with that shit.
Oh, from the Indian store, I recently got Uncle Chips, that green Uncle Chips that we used to eat as kids.
Yeah.
Wait, the green
Oh,
Uncle
yes, their
Chips.
Uncle Chips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I kind
I
of
love
like
that.
Uncle Chips, but you know what I used to like more than Uncle Chips? You guys know this snacks called Yummies?
Yes.
That rings.
Heard of it. But I
It
don't
was like in this, like, fucking the most low grade of plastic covers in these small packets, and then you used to just tear them like a fucking monster and
I think
start
this was a
swallowing
Bangalore
them.
thing about. This was
Oh,
like locally
interesting.
produced, I think. Because I know
Yeah.
I think so, yes.
because it looked like shit, and you look like you've been like you put your hand in some nuclear waste after you're done with it.
Yeah, but it tasted amazing, the masalas.
Wait, what was this again?
Yummies.
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 Yeah.
And it was a savory snack, like Lays or something like that.
Dude,
Kurkure.
it
Yeah.
was $2. When I was a kid, it was $2 a pack.
Dude, exactly. It was 2 rupees. Yeah. And it was
$2 a pack.
it's totally
What is the snack?
Chips. It's like
it's
Chips.
either it's,
fried shit.
it's not kind of chips, but it's either chips or like those round ringa rolls.
It sort of
like,
tastes. It's the texture is like Cheetos, dude, but thinner. The cheese puffs.
Yeah.
Like
Okay,
thinner.
okay.
Okay.
And they come in all
Thinner.
kinds of shapes and sizes, I'm
Chips.
assuming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a bizarre ass.
Dude, one
I
thing
do not like it.
Dude, no, but apparently now in the US, there's a big, like a healthy snack option market for kids. It's insane. Adults are picking that up and using that as snacks.
Interesting.
Yeah, so PP's eldest sister has a 3-year-old and she has to buy snacks for her and she is very health conscious. So she's looking for healthy options all the time. So she found some snack, a healthy snack version of a candy bar or something. And the middle sister adopted it and now she bought it in bulk from Costco and she is eating that at home.
My God.
Got some other snack that these kids eat.
What all does COVID do to us?
Yes.
And the
We're going
kids
back to
market.
baby food.
Yeah, so they have healthy products being marketed to kids. It's insane.
That's actually good though. Yeah.
The kids market, like you mentioned, Chu, is just ridiculous. I mean, it's so lucrative. Like parents are like, I think, so naive in this country, and they're like, we don't have time to think. Like whatever fucking is out there, let's put it. So it's like you make it a little more tiny, you reduce the quantity, and you make it saying like, oh, this is like pure oil or whatever. You can sell it for a
Organic,
goddamn fucking rate you
non-GMO.
want. Yeah. Oh, they're not ready to take this big pack of peas for like $10. Okay, I'll cut the size in half and make it $20.
Dude, they do the same thing with clothes also. Our socks are like a pack of 8 socks for $7. They'll make these tiny baby socks and they'll sell it for like $25.
Yeah, I
the
get my
material,
bulk ones
the
from
material.
Walmart like $10 for like 30 socks.
Fascinating.
But baby clothes is such a scam, dude. You constantly keep buying clothes.
Yeah, every 3-4 months you buy more clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why
Do
you
you
should
know
do
what a
what?
nightie is?
It's the women
Nighty.
wear
Yeah,
in
the
the night,
nightwear.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, it's what South Indian women call what they wear. So it's like this long
Like a dress.
People all
single-piece dress.
over India call
Yes.
nighty.
I don't think they
Relax.
call it nighty. We've had a lot of tenants who've been very confused when my mom says, "Why don't you guys wear nighties?"
We called it nighties at home.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is not worn during the night or anything like that. It's all-time housewear.
No, but
Yeah,
it's
it's that
worn during
it has like this flowery patterns and dressy pattern and it's long one piece.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Glad we're all caught up on 90s. I lost track of my point. Yeah, baby clothes. Yeah, we should dress babies in 90s.
Yeah. I mean, or they should do what they do in India, like the tradition is like the older brother's clothes go to the younger brother, or like if cross family, the folks just neighbors will give
That
you the
could
clothes.
not have worked with you guys. Did it?
It didn't work because there was no other generation. Or
Generation, it seems.
which was in our.
Generation?
We were the first kids, okay, in our family in terms of like we didn't have nieces and nephews. So,
Oh, you
but
mean
our
cousins,
clothes
okay.
got transferred definitely to our nephews who came through with my.
You guys were so skinny. Did that even fit people?
Yeah, well,
Dude, they
my
look
entire
like
family is skinny,
skinny.
so yeah,
That
that's
is
the
true.
thing.
Yeah, you guys are ridiculously skinny.
Nobody in my family is even fucking 1 ounce fat. I don't know what's going on there, but
Apparently, Levin says there are gyms for kids.
There are gyms for kids?
I'm calling sketch.
What the fuck is the world coming to?
This is
No,
the
I-
next natural step, dude. What are you saying? Obviously.
Yeah, I mean they have a lot of IG videos on babies doing push-ups.
What?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
that cannot be healthy.
That cannot be healthy.
Yeah. Pretty soon you'll be saying, "Oh, this is my 5-year-old kid. He look at his
It's not a
body. He's doing
baby, it's a
bodybuilding."
toddler, okay? It's a toddler.
Yeah.
Yes, Deepa. It's not a
Toddler.
baby.
Yes. Toddler. Why?
Yeah.
Baby can't even hold his head up, okay? So relax.
Yes,
Some
toddlers.
babies.
Not gonna be one upped by a baby, okay?
Toddlers. He took it personally. It's like a meme template.
Maybe they'll come up with some meditation camps for like toddlers. Who knows? That can be lucrative. We'll teach your 4-year-old kids to like just sit and meditate.
4-year-olds.
That's not gonna work. Bro.
But no, there's also this meme chain about these COVID babies being like superhuman and having so many abilities and shit, right? Have you seen any of those memes?
Really?
Yeah, like the babies born during COVID.
What deep web
Ali-
conspiracy is this? dude?
No, I'm exaggerating for comic effect. Like they're not superhuman actually, but they're like way too energetic and doing a lot of shit early on.
Crazy.
They're just getting
we
their
can, like,
babies.
Yeah.
Meme chain.
Yeah.
Deep web conspiracy.
Deep web conspiracy.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you yawning at 10 in the morning, you asshole?
Because if you oversleep, you kind of tend to be still somehow yawny,
Yawning.
So
Yoni.
I just came up with that word, but
Yoni means vagina, dude.
really, in what language? I thought it was uni, bro, not yoni.
No, it's Yoni. And it's apparently very popular. It's used commonly here and there.
Wait, it's in English.
It's a British slang.
It's
term
not English.
in
I think it might be
England.
Sanskrit. I don't know. We'll have to check.
Dude,
But
he
it
just
means
used the
vagina.
English
Sanskrit.
word vagina to describe that it is a word for vagina. And you're asking
Well, how would you
Is it
describe
English?
pussy?
what?
How would you describe pussy then?
I would use vagina,
Downstairs
but
area.
Both are English words only, no? That's
Yeah,
why.
it's called synonyms, Deba. Synonyms.
dude. Okay.
Fine, dude. So it's the yoni
A
means
descriptive word doesn't
Part.
have synonyms, okay?
Yeah, I got your point.
It's a colloquial term, which is pussy or
Wait, seriously, what is yoni? What language?
Yoni is not
I
like a
thought-
slang word. It's like a prop. It's like an old Sanskrit word or something.
Oh my god,
For
he went
vagina.
Sanskrit on our
He
ass.
just threw Sanskrit.
But they're teaching you when they're
I do
teaching
not know which
Sanskrit in
language it is
schools.
from.
Talking about a dead language being offended on live stream.
Why will it be offended? It's a normal term in the language.
Fair enough. What's up, yonis?
Yoni.
But that's not how it's supposed to be used, though. See, now that will offend them.
Yoni, Yonaha, Yonikra, Yonihaha.
Okay,
That's when I
so
left that classroom and never returned.
it's actually saying in Sanskrit, it says young, healthy, and excellent. So, sure, maybe we gotta fact check this. And we don't want
You googled
all the
Yoni.
Sanskrit folks who are listening to be offended. Hey, look at these guys ruining our language.
Yeah, I said I'm not sure
like-
which language it is.
Okay.
He's desperately trying to get out of this. We're dragging him, pulling him back and dragging him through this.
Yeah, okay. But I always wonder, like, since you're talking about babies, like, which, like, age group of the young guys, the youth, was most affected by this couple of years of COVID? Like, was it, like, teenagers, or maybe in the category of, like, 7 to 9, or, like, 9 to 11, where, like, they're just kind of coming into senses, like where they were, like, usually would be sort of like socially, like, having fun and like
Dude,
at these
it took
dates
you
and
11
everything.
years to come to senses?
Yeah, pretty much.
Dude, he had
I
a
believe
learning
that, I believe
disability, dude.
I believe that.
Yeah, I had a learning disability.
You do not laugh at handicapped people.
Yeah.
That's a big no-no
Yeah.
of live podcasting.
Yeah, but it's okay. You can make fun of me, but not the other folks who had learning disability. 'Cause
Amog will take one for the entire demographic.
But Amar, coming back to your question, it's always the age of the person whom you're asking the question to.
yeah, but in this case, I'm asking you to think subjectively.
I would
I
think, it's
think-
our age bracket.
No, I think teenagers were hit the most. Right? Because
I think babies had the best out of this.
No. Babies need to be hit the most. Babies weren't affected.
Yeah, that's what no, they got the best out of it. They
Not the
Yeah,
best.
had
yeah.
a positive, yeah.
babies and pets.
While the
yeah.
school-going children, even these kindergarten and whatever that is, these guys got the good out of it. But these school-going children, like, they just fucking lost their childhood, dude, like, straight up.
Yeah.
So many school priests must be like so bored out of their minds.
Yeah.
They'll be like, where the fuck am I gonna?
No, dude, but
Yeah,
think
shit,
about
I was
this, dude. Like, they had to stay home with their parents for 2 years. So now they've been being, like, forced into all kinds of hobbies and activities for no reason. Because they have all this time on their hands.
Which is
That is
good
true.
though,
You would-
right?
You would think, but the screens have taken over, dude. Like,
That
Yeah,
is
now
an
when
excellent
they've
point.
gone back to school, now everything's become online.
yeah.
That's gone
Screens
far.
have taken over.
Yeah. No,
Yeah. Yeah,
but a lot of teenagers went into depression because, teenagers are moody, and if you're socially cut off all of a sudden.
But, I mean, at least they're staying socially active in school. Through phones, I guess, and screens. But
No, this was like a
Are we talking
early
about the
COVID
well-being of
times.
kids? Kids are assholes. Innately assholes. Some are nice, some are bearable. But all kids are assholes.
Yeah, I mean, unless you have personal ties to a kid, there's no way of liking them.
yeah.
I mean, it should be illegal to like another kid. If you ask me.
It's called pedophilia, Raj, if you're going in that direction.
No, like. Just even have favorable feeling.
Yeah, but imagine if we were going through like 7th and 8th grade, Raj, when it was the fucking pandemic, we would be like, I believe in God now. Seriously. This is the sign. Fuck. God, you did a miracle. Okay, I'll start praying from today. Oh, I don't have to see my fucking teachers for 2 years? You fucking with me, right?
I'm telling you, the 14 days that Rajkumar died were the happiest days of my life.
Yeah.
Because there's this really famous South Indian star, not died, sorry.
We
got
were
kidnapped.
sad for
He was
Rajkumar,
kidnapped.
yes.
He was kidnapped.
Yes.
I was not, but he was kidnapped. He was out by Veerappan in some jungle, and we had 14 the next couple of weeks off. Best time.
God
Couple
damn.
of weeks off.
Yeah.
2
Dude, there was
weeks.
like riots all over the state because people don't have other shit to do.
Veerappan
How far
kidnapped an
away was
actor.
Veerappan?
Yes.
We-
How?
And
Where
the
was
story is
Veerappan?
even more.
You guys were not close to the actual scene of the kidnapping.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly, which is why the story is even more mysterious because apparently Veerappan himself just came to Rajkumar's house and while his wife is sleeping, like he just nicely like extradited Rajkumar and took him to the jungle.
Through the bathroom. Is what
Through the
I remember
bathroom?
story.
And apparently in the news it's saying his wife woke up and he's like, "Where's my husband?" I'm like, weird. All of these events happened, really?
And you were sleeping through them.
Dude, Veerappan could arrange like CIA level operations. You don't know.
The dude lived in a forest. Granted, he had a lot of pull and power, but seriously, he was limited by technology.
He was. He used to use elephants for traveling.
Dude, Wakanda is also hidden in the forest, dude.
PP thinks med school grads or med school students got hit the worst.
I mean, they're not
Yeah.
babies, but okay.
Because they
I mean,
couldn't
people
do like
made it.
in-house stuff. They couldn't do like opening up the
Professionally.
cockroaches and stuff.
I don't think med school had like, work from home situation. They were open constantly.
Oh, I mean, yeah, like they had to put in.
They
a
became
lot-
potential
front-
doctors and nurses.
Yes. As part
Oh,
of
really? I thought they were like, oh, it's COVID. We'll send the dead body through the package. You can do it at home. Imagine if that happened. Ma, please don't open it. It's a little stinky. It's an 8-year-old dead man.
How does even doctors work from home? They can't work from home.
Yeah, and they
Wait,
were
why can't they
just like,
call the patient's home? Like a doctor having his office at home is working from home.
Yeah, it doesn't solve the purpose. You're just bringing COVID to your house instead of you going there and getting COVID.
no, but they were also like
Statistically,
the first
everybody will
line.
be exposed to COVID, dude.
They were the first line responders to the pandemic, right? They were working through a lot of shit.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Did it suddenly hit you? It was PP's point.
What? No. I was looking for a gateway to enter into the conversation.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Phrasing, really?
Yeah. But
We should do
med
phasing.
students.
I was
but med
watching
students
Archer yesterday.
and good point. How is Archer, by the way?
Later season is really good.
Oh, gosh.
It was playing in the background, so I was watching it on and off.
Ever since Mallory died, I don't want to watch that show.
Dude, spoilers, dude. What the fuck?
No, she died
No,
in real
it's
life.
not a
dude.
spoiler. She died in real life.
The
like-
actress.
Oh, the actress
voice
died in
actress.
real life.
Not only that, he
why
thinks
are-
she is alive in the show. Which he is watching and we haven't watched.
No, but you
She
can
dies in
die
the
on
show
a-
also, sure.
You can die in a comic
Why?
show, animated show as well. What are you saying?
Yeah.
No,
his-
that's what I'm saying. That he hasn't realized she hasn't appeared. He's saying, "Oh, it's a spoiler that like
No,
she's gonna die."
I'm on the
No, to
11th
his-
season. I've not reached the last season yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
To his point, they only show her dying. They only make a reference to that in the last episode that's ever aired. So there's only one episode of them addressing that Mallory died.
So he's basically just
Interesting.
pretty much outed from the finale.
It's
This
not a
spoiler.
finale, dude. It was
It's not a
retroactively
finale.
fit in. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it
a-
was
They've done it
retroactive.
well. They did it really well, very tastefully. Very tastefully.
But I'm sorry.
Mallory's
that's
character was
okay.
never tasteful though.
What are you saying?
No,
It was one of the
but
wittiest.
her death was kind of tasteful. Is what he's saying. But was one of the wittiest. Yeah.
Wittiest, yes.
After Archer, it's her for me. with her
Usually
whiskey glass and her
It's the same
tumbling.
genes.
Yeah.
They have to show it that way, right?
So I know, Shu, we do this in our group here, but do you guys think, or Amok, do you guys even think other people, when you guys watch like these long ass marathon season shows like Archers, Friends and shit like that, especially which have multiple important characters, so do you guys like sort of mentally assign your own group to associate them to a certain character?
Yeah.
Not really.
It's not mental, dude. I think people do it everywhere.
But some people do it,
Really?
I don't.
He's saying no actively and you're speaking over him and telling. I don't understand your
Yeah, I think Shu was saying, yeah, he does it.
No,
Shu,
I mean,
use the
people
words.
everywhere do it.
Use the words such as however or like, but I do it. Don't like just.
No, like groups
You're the
in
most
India,
grammatically
friend
superior
groups in
girl.
India also do it.
Yeah.
Saying.
Yeah.
No, my group in India at least didn't.
I don't.
They were our college group.
Do you know other people? Lot of other people who do it.
Our college group
The
did.
points.
No, none of us. Actually, I don't know of anyone else who does it. Like now, like people from our group have done it in their own subgroups, but I don't really know. That's why I asked: is it like a thing that happens, or is it like unique to the set of people that is us?
It happens in some groups, especially large ones. But like, I
Yeah.
mean, you need a certain pop culture reference, right, for that. So, I mean, unless everyone is watching different kind of shit, so you can't really arrive at that. So in some groups.
So breaking this down and taking the funny right out of it, so it's basically a function of how many heads are watching. The odds of everybody resonating with one show is what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's irrelevant though. You can just assign as the only person seeing, you can assign your friends to character.
What good is that?
Yeah, exactly. At that point, you're just judging, and everybody judges. Shut the fuck up and don't tell me you don't judge people.
So I guess I didn't understand the question. I thought, did you see other characters as part of like your friend's character and you assign? No?
Or do you like joke in a way like this guy is such a such?
Not just references, but also assigning characters within a friend's group, like who might be who character on the show.
Like who's a Ross? Who can be a Rachel?
Or like
Friends.
saying, oh, you are a Rachel, you are a...
Yes,
correct.
yes.
Correct.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm saying I know a decent number of people who
I still don't do that.
If they're all from our group, Shu, you and I will have a problem.
No, dude, even outside our group, dude.
I'm messing with you.
Yes. But people do.
Yeah.
They've made online surveys and all of this for a reason. Like people take these quizzes and whatnot to find if they're a Rachel, Ross, Chandler, whatnot shit.
Yeah, doing that on your own personal time and actually discussing and laughing about it in a group is different, I thought.
Yeah,
Because-
doing a BuzzFeed quiz and like do it actively in real life is different.
Yeah, but still, like shows like Friends, Big Bang Theory, they became huge cultural icons at this point. So they've penetrated everywhere. Do not go with
Iconic shows.
I am phrasing, Raj. I know you are laughing.
Not the right word.
Iconic
But okay.
shows. Yeah.
We like what's on your mind. Might be getting a
I
comment soon.
just said it.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you beat me to the punch. I was like, I don't want to be the asshole again. Because I'm always the asshole. I mean, not that I mind, but still.
I particularly don't do it because, to be entirely honest, none of my friends are anyway as cool as the characters in the shows I watch. So it's pointless.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
But is that actually what stopped us from doing it? I don't know. I don't think so.
No, but wait, when you guys were in school, did you watch a lot of these pop culture things?
No, I didn't.
In college, a shit ton, but not in school.
So I've watched some of Friends at my tuition teacher's place. So yeah.
What?
Nice.
Yeah.
What led to these circumstances?
So she was this like friend of my mom's in the same building, and I used to basically go and chill there when I didn't want to study. So like either learn Hindi or chill. And she would give me food and everything. And it was like just a relaxing place for me.
Just Netflix
So
and chill.
her younger daughter, she was much elder. She was in college or something. She used to watch Friends, and I used to sit with her and watch. Not get half of the shit, but okay.
Anything to not study and learn anything.
To be honest, it sounds a little creepy.
Yeah,
That is true.
exactly.
Like,
Thank you.
some
The
suspicious intentions
last thing
going
I
on
ever
some
want to
side.
fucking do is hang out with my teacher.
Dude, she is my Hindi teacher and she's a family friend. So she's not like
Which
my.
kind of makes it worse for me.
How?
Like, I would not want to go chill with like my
She
mom's
was a really
sister.
nice lady.
But I'm
I'm
actually
not
with
chilling
Deva in
with
this one.
her. I'm not chilling with her. She has kids as well.
Just
Oh my
loading
God,
on free
wait.
TV and food.
No, but removing the layers of creepiness from Deba's storytelling, I've also had a teacher who was a family friend when I was younger, like in third or
Sure,
fourth
come on.
standard.
Okay, so
So the concept itself is, I agree with Deba. After removing the layers of creepiness is what I
yeah,
said.
just because I
First
made
you
fun,
bounced
said
on him and then you
concept
can't
is
remove
fine.
it and enter the zone.
I started with the disclaimer. Did you not hear me? I started with the disclaimer.
Oh my
But I agree
God.
with the core concept, like teachers being family friends. So they're like nice to you. Even in
Nothing to
class.
agree on. It can be an
I
occurrence.
do not
Yeah,
relate to any shred of this.
Raj
emotion.
and I-
All
Raj and I
teachers
do
have
not
wanted
relate to
murder
it.
me.
Because of two things. First of all, teachers, yeah, like they are of another planet. And the second thing is when you said, oh, these are not just teachers but family friends, Raj and I will say, what does it mean, family friend? Like this. There's no fucking friend when he's part of the family, and I don't want to spend any fucking time with this friend who is part of the family.
Yeah. Very, very, very much agree.
The concept of family friend doesn't exist, Raj.
I don't know.
in
Bangalore is a
my
weird
life.
place, Shu, I tell you.
Yeah.
You guys were nerds.
What?
Wait, what?
I
How
mean,
does
there
that
is-
even relate to
So,
this?
how the fuck do you know how bad or cool our family friends were? Like how? do
Wait,
you
I'm
know?
talking about hanging out with teachers, you idiot. I'm talking about you guys. I'm not judging. your family
She's
friends.
not a school teacher. She's just like she's a housewife who takes tuition of some
Okay, you're
kids.
not
of the
alpha
bill-
nerd, but you're somewhere in the spectrum.
Somewhere in the you're a
She was a
Sigma
really
man.
cool lady. So just shut the fuck up.
Hey, why are you taking it personally for the lady? You idiot?
Nobody is talking about the lady, Deva. It's you they're focusing on.
But that's cool though. How was your week, Raj, with your parents coming in? It's been a week or?
Yeah, it's been a week.
Okay.
But they're
What
both,
all
so
did you guys do?
Yeah.
not much. We had a very busy work week. So whatever little time we got, we did fit in with some events in the evening. We went out a couple of times. We just checked out a couple of. We went to Fossil Rim,
for dinner?
this wildlife center.
Fossil
Okay.
Rim.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool place. Never thought I'd say this, but I got bit by a giraffe.
Wow.
People, people have experienced that.
Did
I
it
didn't
snap
think I
off
would
any
say
of your
that
body
sentence.
parts?
No,
Wait,
you're
where
apparently
did it
supposed to
bite you?
feed it with the cup and not with your hand. No, on my ring finger. The thing has a lot of pressure. It was just a nibble, but it actually hurt for like a few seconds.
But it can like just completely take it out though with that pressure.
It's herbivorous, dude.
Let's say it was not
No, but-
trying to eat me, Amol. I thought that
Yes.
was implicit.
It was trying to
The
eat a
bad-
fruit or something out of his hand, and he bit him by mistake because it has a big mouth.
Yeah, my point being here is it was fucking dangerous. It wasn't a light matter. You could have lost something. Right.
It was fascinating.
Wait, don't they have boards saying don't feed the animals?
Like he eats the fucking
Oh, dude,
birds
they
and-
give the food. Yes,
And
I
he's
would.
feeding the
In a
cows.
wildlife center, I fucking would. But they give you feed to give. It's the whole thing is that's the
Oh,
experience.
it's
you
part
have
of the
around it.
experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's their own food that they give you at the entrance.
Yeah, I've wanted to play with dolphins.
like
The
how
dolphins
exciting.
are
Wildlife
weirdly
center in the
horny
middle of
creatures, dude.
Texas.
No, I'm just saying, like from the topic of these experiences where you interact with animals.
Yeah. But you said you used the word play, so
Because
Yeah.
they play like volleyball with that ball, that
Yeah.
bounce the ball with their nose and everything. They play
okay. Yeah.
in the innocent sense of it, you assholes.
Hey, I'm not doing anything.
Look at Deva bobbing in his chair with
Because
like
Deva
Hey,
was
Bob,
saying
it was
that
amazing.
because they're weirdly sexual creatures.
Yeah, they're very
Dolphin.
funny.
dolphins.
Fuck.
What?
Yeah. Dude, I've seen so many videos of them dry humping or like in their case
Why?
wet humping.
Themselves, right? So I mean, it's part of the
No,
species.
not
them
themselves,
humping concerns me
human-
lesser than
human
why you're
females.
watching these.
And
females.
humans have
I
had
thought he was
relations
watching
with the
documentaries.
It
Of
didn't
sexual
sound
nature.
like that.
This is part of a documentary. So there was this one researcher who had a dolphin and she was doing research on her, and that
I've
guy
heard
developed,
this
he was a
story.
male, he developed
Oh.
romantic feelings for
This is that
her
same Amog story where Amog
No, but
story
this
had a
researcher
lady.
was a woman. Yeah.
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 This is news, but you're saying
Okay.
it's a man.
So there was a male researcher also who fell in love with his dolphin. Is that
Oh,
what
I
Deva's
didn't know
story
Now
is?
he's questioning it.
No, my researcher is female, and the dolphin is male,
Or the dolphin
and
is
the male dolphin developed
nice
feelings
save.
for her. Yeah.
Nice save. Yeah, I've heard the story, and she was criticized extremely, and she
The
was
dolphin
like,
committed suicide, by the way.
The dolphin committed suicide?
Yeah.
wow.
What? How?
I
But just
don't know.
staying out of water?
They don't die when staying out of water.
Yes, they
What
do.
do they do? What the fuck are you saying?
What have you done, Deva?
Hold on.
Dude,
Did
they
the
teach
dolphin
this-
commit suicide or did the
Wait.
woman commit suicide? I
They
don't know.
teach. Don't they have a rhyme
Oh
in
my
kindergarten?
God.
All right, we're ditching the story, guys.
No,
please.
don't they have a
Next time
kindergarten?
when we bring some topics, let the listeners have pleasure to actually listen to the fucking story.
What? This is
Okay.
a normal question if you have a old story.
I'm sorry,
there.
I'm glad you
We're
asked
ditching
that.
it.
Come on.
Yeah. I mean, isn't there a
But
nursery rhyme where they teach you if you take the fish out of the water, what happens?
No, but dolphins can they can stay on the surface for some
They can
time.
stay on the
Slightly-
surface, go
slightly
to a
longer.
rock concert, have a
Yeah.
couple of pecks, and go back to the ocean. Yes. It's fine as long as it's 24 hours.
Okay, to whoever is listening, Deva is not the authority of a dolphin or any aquatic knowledge.
I think Deva was talking about mermaids.
I think Deva is talking about mermaids.
Maybe amphibians. That I think.
And
turtles
mermaids are
can-
fictitious, Deva. They're not real. Don't go looking for them. Okay?
What are you saying? I've seen a mermaid.
Hey, people
There you
have
go.
claimed they've seen Bigfoot too, so let's not squash Bigfooters.
Some people have
Yeah, I
seen
saw
it.
I saw a really good stabilized video of that Bigfoot. So yeah,
Stabilized
real.
video of that Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Mm.
So you have that patchy video, right, of Bigfoot sighting. So some
Yeah,
guy
that's just some
stabilized that.
scam. All you see is the black blur going somewhere. In the woods. But coming
I think
back,
UFO sightings, Bigfoot sightings. There's so many sightings of like big marine animals under the surface of the water.
yeah.
Megalodon.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's this ghost town in Japan which is currently revitalizing its economy. Doing what? It's a site of a UFO pilgrimage. So you have like a museum there of UFO things and sightings. Apparently, there's a mountain where it happens. So people from Japan come over, visit there.
Damn.
So-
So, I guess it's a stupid question at this point. So, these UFOs never lose the U? I mean, if you keep them in a museum, haven't we identified them at least?
Yeah, so at this point, it's just a flying object. And if it lands, it's just an object.
No, it's a question about semantics, but I'm actually serious. How does the language work?
So until and unless you find the object and put it in the museum, you can't call it you can call it you,
You
right?
can call it UFO. If it's
So this
flying and
museum
it's
will have
unknown,
some video or something, dude, or like written text
No,
somewhere.
if they cannot
or like
classify it
spoken
as
audio.
if they
It
cannot
doesn't have a
classify
UFO in the foyer of the museum. All right, relax. That's
You
why I
said the
said
UFO
dogs.
museum in a ghost town in Japan, Deva. I'm sorry, my room for imagination is infinity right now.
Yeah, I have to go with Raj on this one. That is true. I mean, and Japanese people are known for their innovative and just unique shit that they come up with.
hmm. Coming back
Shu,
to the
if the
conversation.
assigning characters is that common, yeah, coming back. So one of the comment was do it for friends. So if in R4, would you agree if I say Deva is 100% Joey?
Dude, I am Gunther. What are you saying?
I guess the pool is the 6, dude, or anyone from Friends.
Would you be the Joey?
Food, I think.
I don't think there is the. There can be all 4 Joeys, 2 Joe. How many of Joeys you ideally want? You seem oddly offended.
No, I'm not offended. I'm saying, does he fit the character?
If you said his clothes, I would say no. Character, maybe.
Ouch, that's a personal dig, man. Deva, what happened to the gym going?
The gym.
Yes.
COVID.
I mean, the
Lockdown.
second episode running, but I'll go with the same. There's a bakehouse that opened below the gym.
I like how that answer is already available and we keep falling to the trap of asking it.
I guess
Yeah,
he's
so he
trying to-
answered it already. He stopped because there's a bakery that's open. What do you have to say to that?
I guess I keep trying to check if the truth will come out at some point.
That is the truth. It's impossible to apparently crack it. Like if there's a store next to it, like the argument is legit. Not gonna work out.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever demotivates you. You've lost interest at that point.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'll be back.
But
How's your
bakeries
gym
are
routine going?
notorious for the nice scent of bread and shit.
Yeah, they have these
That germinate.
nice, like, cum-filled donuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
They also have
protein-rich cum-filled donuts.
They actually have phallic-shaped desserts with the cream filling. They have that cream.
Yeah.
It's actually shaped like a dick.
And like they say, if you stroke it a couple of times, it's gonna come out, that cream.
I'm sure they made that possible.
Yeah.
I've
so-
seen cakes do it, yeah.
There you go. But I'm convinced at this point that they have a machine to send that like bread smell go out, you know? So the customers are gonna fucking come in. Like the Chipotle's. You remember, Shu, like how Chipotle is in this country, like they have this exhaust coming out of the road, like next to it. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Oh yeah,
but-
it keeps blasting hot air outside.
Yeah, which has this fucking cheese and like this fucking
Yeah.
chicken smell, and you're like, fuck, I don't know what to.
It's like a
fucking-
marketing strategy.
Yeah.
That's what that was. I thought it was always fiery diarrhea. Chipotle, that's what I correlated to.
The people
I guess
can't
it was-
resist.
Isn't
the
that
problem.
Taco Bell?
I was talking about the South Park episode.
Oh. No, but apparently Taco Bell is correlated to a lot of bathroom visits.
Mm.
Yes.
Why
Yeah,
it's
so
still
it's
all
very
over the fucking
prevalent.
country.
Prevalent perception in this country.
Yeah. To a point where there was this one story where this patient went to the doctor saying, "Hey doctor, I have constipation for 3 days." He said, "Wait, have you tried going to Taco Bell?" So, yeah, there are correlations.
Oh yeah, there are memes like that. I think yes.
Yeah. But so you went to see dolphins, Raj, before we took on a tangent, and what else did you
We did
guys do?
not. That's the irony. I went to see giraffes.
Oh, giraffes.
He was
There
with
no
yeah.
dolphins in my
giraffe.
story whatsoever.
My god, that was his takeaway.
Interesting. So you went to see giraffes, and what else?
He's in Texas, dude. Yes. What other fun animals were there?
Fucking ostriches, emus. Dude, my car got attacked by an ostrich last time. Not an ostrich, an emu last time.
Oh, it's just it's like a natural reserve.
Yeah.
They're out in the open. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they have boundaries. It's like a 1800 acre property,
Okay.
like a reserve.
Mm.
It's really nice.
Yeah. Apparently, ostriches are known for road rage.
No, this is an emu.
It was an emu. The damn thing started pecking at my side mirror, the driver's side mirror. Run over that little chicken. First of
It
all, I
was
hungry.
It was fighting the
I
other
was
emu in the
cranky.
mirror.
Run it over, make a burger.
Yeah,
It's not
Absolute
acceptable,
Barbecues
I
had
think.
emu. Have you had it? You must have had it in Bangalore.
No, I've not had emu.
Wow.
Absolute Barbecue? No?
No, I've been to Absolute Barbecue. I've not tried
They
it.
have emu.
Dude, I want to go to Absolute Barbecue this time, Raj.
It's a scam. Fine, we'll go.
I
It's a
haven't-
scam.
I haven't been
Why is
there
it a
ever.
scam?
Because
It's
emo
the same
meat,
sort of
really?
food. Not emu meat, not because of that. Jesus. It's not quality food. It's just they're throwing quantity at it. The meat was all over the place. It was dried up meat, but they were just. It's the novelty that's getting us. I never liked it.
Yeah,
much. Even
my-
Barbecue Nation, I didn't like it much.
No, I never eat their main course because that's not cooked properly. But their starters are pretty good.
Yeah, I mean
Did
they
they
have a
have
nice.
beef?
They've arrived at a nice group, well researched marinade, which tastes
Yeah.
nice on an average scale. The meat
That-
itself is hit or miss.
Yes. Yeah, definitely true. On some days it will be nice, but some of their chefs are subpar.
Yeah, 'cause I like to enjoy my meat, and it's not really the place
No,
for me. I will
no,
eat
but the-
shit tons just because I have to, and especially if somebody's eating with me, then becomes usually a competition.
No, but my drawing to this is like I want to try the different types of meat, dude.
Yeah, they get you with the exotic species. They have a lot of
Yeah.
things. They have baby shark, they have emu, they have rabbit, they have octopus.
I've had everything except emu.
And is it like Barbecue Nation or no?
Yes, you can. They'll fry it on the tawa for you. You can ask them what to put along with the meat.
Do they have
I might
beef
be
and all?
making a lot of people hungry on a Saturday morning.
Yeah, I loved Absolute Barbecue. But let's move on. Because I just had a bean salad bowl, I am in no mood to talk about meat.
But do they have beef there in Absolute Barbecue?
What
They don't
call
have beef.
Huh? They don't have
They
beef.
call
don't have beef.
Yeah. They do
Pork?
have beef, dude.
No.
What?
They don't have beef.
What the fuck?
One
But they
I've
have
been to
pork.
is in Delhi or Chennai, one of the two places. They have beef.
Chennai, I'm not
Delhi,
sure.
no
The
way.
Bangalore one
Delhi,
does
no
not
way.
have. I only know about the Chennai and Bangalore branches. I don't know if there's an Absolute Barbecue in Delhi.
Yeah. But they have pork, right? Or no?
They don't have pork also.
Then what the fuck do they have business calling it barbecue?
Hey, dude, of course they have pork.
Dude.
What are you saying?
Dude, this is an Indian barbecue place. They don't have.
What's wrong with pork in India, dude?
No, but I am saying they don't have it.
They don't have it.
100% they have pork.
If
Are
it's
you
a meat
remembering
shop and
in the US by any chance? Because I've been to
I've never
Absolute
been to an
Barbecue
Absolute.
like 4 or 5 times.
There's an Absolute Barbecue in US also?
No, just a US buffet, I meant.
Sausages type. It was sausage links. Yes, I remember.
Fuck, US buffets are next
With pork
level,
sausage.
man.
At least that's what the chef said.
yeah.
And this
Dude,
was,
I went
I don't
to-
know, but not the
I went
Bangalore
to
one
this.
doesn't have it.
I went to this buffet in Vegas. Oh my god, fuck! The meat section was like 10 meters long, dude, and I was like, "What the fuck? This is heaven."
Yeah. But what isn't it like $40 or something?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's ridiculously expensive.
It doesn't have to
I'm
be.
getting hungry.
It'll be-
I'm getting hungry as hell.
Yeah, let's move on, people. Let's move on.
Idiots.
Yeah. And we'll cap it off by sharing your week a little bit. How was your week? Give us a quick 2 minute. What did you do
My week-
exactly?
my week just got busier because Dude, I just got assigned to a second project. And
Okay.
the thing is, they are billing the client for me for multiple times, right? And on the first call in the stand-up that I had, I just like slipped it off that I am working on another project as well. And the
Okay.
client was like, okay, cool. So the second the meeting got over, I get a call from the Indian guy and he's like, you're not supposed to tell them. I'm like, dude, relax. Like in my head, I'm like, relax. But I know what I did.
How can that be beneficial for you? I mean, even if you share it.
How is that beneficial for me? I just want these guys to get into trouble, dude. Like, so they're fucking billing for me twice and using me more than I should be actually. So
Yours. Yeah.
none of that is going to me. What the fuck is my
Yeah, I get it. What assholes.
Yeah.
You put in twice the work this week.
It's okay, it's only a short project. I wanted to let them know because I didn't want them coming back to me for a deliverable quicker than time and saying, oh, why is it not, what is the progress? And all. I'm like, I've got other shit to do also, so relax.
Oh, PP had a very weird encounter with her electrician this week.
Let's start off with that. What is all that about? Show.
Yeah, so the sockets in one of her walls were not working. So both sides, the room and the hall. He called up the maintenance people. They said they'll send somebody by 7:30 ish. This dude showed up at like 10 o'clock. And he
10
entered
p.m.
10 p.m. And he's
Okay.
and he's stumbling around the house. So she could tell that he was high.
Okay.
Oh my god.
He's
High
whistling,
or drunk?
making no high.
On
Okay.
what kind of high was he on?
He was stumbling around the house, he was whistling, and he was like making weird noises while working. He was checking the sockets and everything. But he
Was he
didn't do
on
anything.
meth or anything like that?
He fixed like one socket, but after that
Okay.
he left. He was like, okay, we'll see the rest tomorrow or it's done or something. So till
Yeah.
here it was not that bad. He left the house. Then she was peeking out the window to see if he's gone or not. And
Yeah.
her neighbor upstairs keeps all of his potted plants downstairs. So he straight up just unpotted one giant plant, hid it in his jacket, stole it, and drove away.
What?
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's like 10-15 p.m. at night. He just unpotted a plant, stole it, and went away, hid it in his jacket.
And was he caught on tape?
No, there was
How
no.
did they know it was him then?
No, they don't.
She
She
saw.
saw it. What the fuck?
Oh my
That's
god.
bizarre. All this to steal a damn plant?
No, I think he just saw it and he stole it on his way out.
Yeah,
It's
at this
impulsive.
point, I want to know what he was on, dude.
The concern has switched to the substance. No, I'm glad she was okay. Fuck, that's creepy as hell.
Is he
Yeah.
coming back or what?
I was on call the
I
entire
hope she's
time.
complaining. I hope she like.
Yeah, she told the leasing office that it was unprofessional and all of that. So they said yes, they'll look into it.
Oh shit.
But the two people who came next morning, because the thing was not working again, the lights. So they asked, okay, what happened? She told them, okay, this guy came over. Like, no wonder it's not working. They straight up said it.
This man deserves an award. Going all over town exposing himself to all sorts of legal shit.
Oh, fuck.
That is so
I mean, first of all, shouldn't even have let him come at like 10 p.m., which itself is a strange thing.
Yeah, but there was no light in the house. I was on the call the entire time. So I said, oh, it's fine. Let's just have him take a look.
That's
Because she called the emergency number.
like fucking seriously, like take it up with like the management.
Yeah.
Complain in the
Speaking
board
of-
meeting. Yeah.
Do you guys know this show, Teletubbies? The kids watching TV.
Oh yeah, we used to watch that as kids, right? Teletubbies.
Yeah. Have you ever broken the word down and thought about what it means?
They were like those tube-ish, big round characters, and they were on the television.
They're tubbies on TV. That's what it means.
Yeah.
What is Tubby?
Tubby is the
Yes.
fat person, dude.
Oh.
Oh, fair. Okay.
Yeah, on the television, Teletubbies. They were
I
straight
can't
to the
believe it was
point.
like a straight up marketed show for
Yes. They were very direct in their messaging. They used to bounce around like anything. But it was very entertaining as a kid. There's different
That
colors.
freaked me out. I always
was
thought they were up
boring,
to something. I could never be calm when I was watching that. I was not scared or
Really?
anything, but it always made me nervous because I don't know what they're up to because I don't get the point of it.
I never
It felt
liked
funny to me in short stretches. Like
Same
10,
even with
10 minutes.
Even with
10 to 15
Oswald, I
minutes.
felt the same. I knew that dude has a darker side.
Oswald was surprisingly fucking creepy, man. Yeah,
With his
the
weirdly
entire
shaped
thing,
dog.
like even Pingo
Oswald
was
was
kind of
so depressing, dude.
even Pingo was kind
Yeah,
of.
it was all happy-go-lucky. What was depressing in Oswald?
Oswald, the music score and the
Score.
animation setting, it was all too depressing for me, dude.
Wait,
Like, I
how old
really
were you
loved-
when you were watching Oswald? Let's establish that first.
I was
Because
watching
this kind of
Oswald-
feedback, like I've never heard.
watching Oswald when I was 3 or 4 years old.
That's crazy. I'm
What?
surprised
I
you didn't
knew-
just come out of your mom's watch and like started saying, "Mom, switch on the Pogo channel."
No, what Oswald was in Assam. Oswald was in
No,
Assam.
he was in
so-
the US.
What the fuck, dude?
This is some local version of Oswald.
What are you guys talking about? When did you guys watch Oswald?
Dude, Oswald only came
In
into
third
picture
of
when we
like
were in
third or
Third or
fourth
fourth grade.
standard,
Yeah.
not years old.
when Pogo
Third-
channel was established. The show came in
There
along
was-
with the
yeah,
other
we-
four.
There was
Yeah,
only
yeah, yeah,
international
yeah.
shit when you were 3-4 years old. What the fuck are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I meant third and fourth, dude. I didn't mean 3 and 4. I'm so sorry. like, dude, like it's hard to get at what age you were in third and fourth. Okay, you have to do a lot of math for that.
But it's easy to tell you were not 3 or 4 when you were in third.
He's talking about background score and the animation, and he's like, I was 3 or 4 years old. So artistic genius sitting with us.
Yeah, deconstructing this at 3.
Oh fuck.
No, but I love
But-
Pinku.
It's
He was
okay.
also creepy.
Pingu was that penguin, right?
The most that creeped me out was Bob the Builder. I'm like, dude, you're not building anything. Half the time you're talking shit. and half the show is just about that music. Bob the
Yeah.
Builder.
That song was so catchy.
Dude, fucking irritating Noddy, dude. Oh my god.
Naughty, yeah, Naughty was worse. Naughty was worse.
No, but I enjoyed all of these in like short stretches. They were fun
Yeah.
for a little bit, but you couldn't take too much of it.
Yeah. One of the reasons
No, I
being
couldn't
there's
do
nothing
Bob
else
or
to
Naughty.
fucking watch.
Bob or Naughty, I couldn't do. Everything else, yes. I always felt Courage was way ahead of its time. Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Courage
I don't
was.
remember this.
But I was like, it kind of fell into the horror category for me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I-
Like, I used
It
to,
used
like-
to come late at night, so I watched very little of it.
No, it used to come in the day also.
But I was in school.
Daytime.
Yeah.
Yeah. But going back is like so many of history's, I think, best comedy shows when you look back that come out as extremely fucking racist or like creepy in this PC age where like you have reached another conscious.
No, they did show a
Yeah.
lot of creepy shit, dude. Like in Powerpuff Girls, they never showed the assistant's head.
Yeah.
That didn't
Hot,
matter,
sexy assistant head.
Yes.
I mean, they just thought it's not necessary at this point.
He's like
focus on the
just
basics.
the body is what we need.
Look at this object.
And in which was the other one? In Dexter, it was the show was made early 90s, mid 90s. It's by a Russian director. Dexter is Russian. He has a Russian accent and he has a secret lab in the US and he's blowing things up.
Yeah.
Whoa.
At the end of the Cold War.
Right. I mean, we Indians
I
didn't
did
get
not
the
think of it
context,
that
of
way. That is
course.
cool.
We talked about this in Dallas when we were high at one point.
Clearly, some were higher than others. I don't remember talking about this particular detail. I know it's good. That's very cool.
Yeah, I
The
stopped
next was a
enjoying
well-made
Dexter
show.
as well.
Even what happened to good quality shows? Or is this what becoming old is? Like, is this exactly what our parents feel when they look at us watching our shit?
Yeah, I think so.
Our parents didn't have cartoons, but the
Boom.
next
I
generation,
took our energy all the way down.
He's like dropping truth bombs here.
I feel like that's the next step in getting old. Sorry, Devo, what were you saying?
I'm saying we could extrapolate that with the next generation, but our parents didn't have cartoons, right? Like,
Actually, that's true. It's the form of the content that bothers them more than the actual content.
That's not true necessarily. Forget cartoons. I'm talking about movies. The same principle applies. Our parents grew up when there were movies.
Yeah, but they like our movies also, right? They watch all of the
Not
Marvel.
the shit we see.
they actually lap it up, our movies.
Yeah, Marvel stuff, superhero movies and stuff. They also watch.
That is true because the
Are they
production
watching
value
exactly what we are getting? Are they getting what we are getting? Is what I'm saying. Are they still focused on the elements that they relate to? Storyline.
I mean, if you switch
Yes,
on
yes,
the
it'll
subtitles,
resonate.
yes.
I mean, yeah, the kind of content will resonate more with some age group.
Is that what getting old is? Basically, you become irrelevant.
Yes.
But if that's only if you have not caught up to the cultural change and the
I can't.
change.
I try the BTS, all of that shit. I can't do it.
Yeah, I mean,
You
if you
need to
talk
try
about
BTS.
music, don't you think the
Relax.
music the last decade was much better?
What? Deba, what? I see.
Yeah, go ahead, Deba.
I'm saying you don't need to worry about BTS. Relax.
BTS is fine, but
Yeah.
I'm talking just movies in general, and also like you can still be completely relevant in this forms of music that you listen to, like hip hop or trance or EDM, and like I want to be still fucking like relatable when I'm like fucking 40 or 50 and my kids are watching. That doesn't mean I'm not automatically gonna be like, oh, what is this fucking superhero who like just poops on bad people and his poop has toxicity in it, you know? Like I'm not gonna be like surprised by it. But to your notion, yeah, like our parents are Indian Asian, they weren't used to like the things that we were watching, which was more Western dominant. So they're gonna definitely feel that change as much as we're gonna feel it when our kids are watching something.
No, but for Raj's point, I mean, there was this recent article that I read where Disney is apparently going to remake the Snow White and the Dwarfs. So there's a huge uproar for that. I'm like, why is there an uproar for it? Why can't you remake?
Yeah. So why is the uproar?
Because they don't want these guys, right? These fucking idiots. They don't want for anybody to mess with anything that they hold fucking so dearly as part of their stories.
But the uproar and all hype about this is not necessarily about that, I feel, because I was reading about this. So what happened was it's more the depiction of the dwarves. The discussion was it's the fucking 2022 where everything is PC. There's a Mexican lady playing Snow White, but they're still showing dwarves as creatures in a cave. That's not changed. So that's the uproar. Like
that's the fucking story.
But that's the setting of the universe that they're in.
No. You're not missing you're missing the bigger point, right? Story is one aspect of it. It's depiction of what Snow White was and what they're trying to bring to the PC front. PC
the message that the story sends. Okay.
So Peter Dinklage is like, maybe I've not done enough to make people realize that dwarves are also human. It was on a very human point. I totally agree with him.
Yeah. Okay. Now I see it. Yeah.
So that's the uproar around this.
Okay.
It's
I
a
didn't even know
pretty
it was
nuanced
that.
issue. I don't think there's clearly one way that wins, because I believe in story has merit too. I mean, but then again, I would believe that Snow White is like, you already have the insurance to cast a fucking white lady. It's in the fucking name.
But this is a fairy tale. So
No, but the point that these guys make is, with the changing times, why can't you upgrade or update this fairy tale to be more considerate to the current scenario?
okay.
Why not have like a black Snow White? Why not have show the dwarves in the equal light or something? Or
No, why
But
couldn't they have shown the
that is
dwarves
you-
as having of the regular people having a disability but living in among people?
yeah, like change
It's
the
a depiction
message.
of the same story. It's the method of delivery that they're questioning, which is a fair point.
Yeah, no, I see what they mean.
Yeah, but to your point,
No,
Shubh,
Peter
when you
Dinklage's
say-
line was pretty touching. Like, it's like, maybe I'm not done enough for them to like
yeah.
recognize us as people.
Yeah,
Yeah, but to your point, Choose, when you say like, oh, why can't they introduce like black characters for Snow White? Like, that's not solving anything there. Like, culturally, yeah, you want to introduce more characters which are more diverse, but like, you don't have to put that extra pressure to sort of like rewrite the stories. You can just make other stories, but like, what is the point that you're trying to prove when you like just make it more like either black or like more Mexican nation characters and story that already exists? Like, it feels more you're revolting against some problem in the context of like stories that doesn't exist, as opposed to taking more initiative and
No, but
introducing more.
Raj, isn't that what exactly Joe Biden is trying to do right now?
That's
with the
that's
Supreme
what
Court
I mean
nomination.
when- The Supreme
Yeah.
Court nomination. What do you guys think? Isn't that the same issue then? So do you think it's a? Do you think first of all, do you think it's right what he said? Like, I will nominate the next person I'll nominate is going to be a lady of color, and it's going to be a person of color, and he's meant it's going to be a black woman. It's going to be a historic nomination.
Look, without just jumping on it with emotion, like if he's already decided and then he's just
Thank you.
telling
First
it
of all, I have to say
differently.
thank you.
Yeah, he's already and he's doing a bad job describing that dude. I've picked this woman and she happens to be black. He's saying the next one is gonna be black. Then yeah, that's an error in fucking how he's stating it, and I don't see any problem with that because like he's decided and that's his choice.
Wait,
But
if it's an error, why don't you see a problem in that? I'm sorry, you said both.
no, like if he's already decided in like he's out of the population, this is the woman. I don't see a problem in him coming and saying and making a mistake like grammatically. It's fine. He's an
It's
old
not a
man.
dramatic thing. That's White
No, no,
House's
no.
official
That's the thing.
stance.
Exactly.
It's
There
not
are
a
people who
matter
have
of-
advised him to do this. So
And
it's
it's his
a
official stance. It's the next lady is going to be a black lady.
Yeah, that's fine. But let me complete my thought. Here is, I would have a bigger problem if the statement itself is true, where he said, "Oh, we have some like list of good candidates, like we haven't seen yet, but I want to have elect like a old black woman to the thing." Then it's an issue because you're like not giving it based on merit. And
Yeah, but so I think the question is, do we know if
Yeah,
the issue
do
is
we
that
know?
she is not up to the task? Is she not qualified enough?
But
No, so
that's not the
here-
point either, Shu. It's like, even if she's qualified, you
Amog,
gotta
here,
pick the best one.
retroactively, like in hindsight, what you're stating is what is happening. Given this is their official stance, what is happening in reality is, yes, there could be a more competent person potentially who is not even going to be considered, who's not black,
Yeah,
who's not.
and that is discrimination for that person who has
You
more
don't
merit.
agree with it then. Which is fine.
Yeah, and she could also happen to be like black or like some Mexican lady.
Yeah,
who's
yeah,
more
all
like-
the PC bouquets around it. I get your score.
Yeah.
no, but did he mean like the next candidate should be black and we'll search for a competent black candidate?
Not
or
should be. I mean, will be black. It will be a black.
yeah, so he just outright declared will be. So
Yes.
he's out of a pool of let's say 100, he's cutting out everyone who's not black.
Correct.
And this is taking in estimation that there are multiple races at play here. Okay.
Correct.
So-
Here is the rationale behind his statement. I mean, there is merit to it. There is no representation in the Supreme Court right now. So it
Yeah.
is high time there is a black voice.
The only difference is he's doing it out publicly for his own sake, that he is making this historic this thing. Like, had this happened behind the scenes and a black woman had been nominated, we all would have been celebrating right now. But just
Yeah,
because he did it
congratulations.
publicly, we are discussing if
Congratulations,
it's right or
guys.
not.
Reservations and quotas are coming to US.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah, maybe there's a
Reservations and
political
quotas
thing to
have
that.
been there here too. Harvard, Stanford,
Yeah.
all of these have a certain number of percentages they need to fill.
For Native Americans.
It's called diversity
Any
hires.
group. Yeah. Why
And-
Native Americans? as well?
And there's reverse reservations for Asian kids. They're saying, "Oh, they're like too much.
Too much. Yeah.
We can't handle these fucking idiot Indians and Chinese."
Yeah, some institutions is like, fuck, we need more Americans.
So I guess the fundamental question becomes a debate versus are you resonating with the process of choosing a person and the right of the person being chosen, or are you a fan of the end result, what the bench will look like? Whether
I mean,
that's-
I'm sorry to say
that's
this.
the debate here.
Like, you could be fan of end result or whatever, but you can't go away from the process. It doesn't make any sense, and it only leads to disasters on the long run.
Hey Amog,
No.
if all of us, let's say I had a magic wand and say racism doesn't exist, a pale of like take away racism as ever existed, I'm with you. Like fuck the color, fuck everything. But in
Yeah,
reality,
yeah.
you need to live in the real world. There are
And
biases
that is
come.
also fine, Raj, to Shu's point, if it was done in the back door and she had picked, like him trying to solve it, he had picked a black woman. We all are celebrating and we're still happy with the thing. But you cannot say, oh, like, fuck, this is a serial killer and he's killed like 5 neighbors and he's gonna kill one more. I'm gonna fucking murder him and try explaining that to the court. This is exactly what you're saying. It's like you can't like go away from the fucking process, which is not integral, even if you're happy with the result. You know, that's the thing. And
No, but the
and,
process is broken. The system is broken. And a lot of
yeah.
this manipulation, like the discrimination, is going on behind the scenes anyways.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah,
trust
which-
in the system is a very shaky concept at this point.
Right.
non-existent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at least there's some trust in the justice system, if not for any other fucking institutions in US.
Yeah, with this beer boy, what's his name? Trump's appointee dude. Fuck me.
Who is this?
If anybody watching, I know if you guys know one.
Give us some
why is it
context
tip of my
around.
tongue? Dude, the guy who went, I like beer in his testimony.
Oh yeah, I know what he's talking about. Damn.
He's the damn justice now.
Oh, yeah. Kavanaugh,
Yeah.
who had some sexual assault cases as well.
So let's not get too in love with the bench.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you got to operate at least with some amount of trust. Otherwise, you're not going to function. But
how is the black community reacting to this? What is their stance?
They're happy. I mean, why will the black
Yeah,
community have a problem?
they're
It's
happy,
the
right?
conservatives that have a problem with this. Fox News is going
Obviously.
crazy.
So we already have it.
I mean, Fox News, with all due respect, goes crazy anyway on any day. And
Isn't
Their
crazy part of
viewers-
their job description?
yeah. Dude, I cannot believe a channel like Fox News exists, to be honest. Just like a fucking media which millions of people follow in this country, which spews just outright fucking nonsense. Like, how is that a job description and how are they fucking a multi-million-dollar organization to like just speak trash like that? It's
And
ridiculous.
and a huge population believes all of the shit that they're spewing.
Yeah.
Even
The
though we
world is
watch it
made
for
of these-
satire.
This population too.
What?
The world is made of this we live with these guys.
Yeah.
Dude, you kind of want to making me
It's a
want to
problem.
watch Fox News now. Like I'll check it out on YouTube or something.
You should do this.
Dude.
Crazy thing.
But
Okay, it's
it's
not worse than what I've seen in India. It's the times now, some of the shit I've seen.
Yeah,
It's up that level, Deba.
they just have better production quality and more
That's it,
resources and
Same.
better stories. But yeah,
Helicams and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Sting operations are the damn bane in South India. Sting operations are. You've lost the day in news.
Dude, they have that for dating this thing, dude. They're doing sting
like
operations
the
on
like the
boyfriends and
drug cases, Raj. Like
God,
just
like some dude had 2 grams of marijuana with him. He's like, God, 2 hour piece on this. And look at him from all angles.
oh, all our kids are doing drugs and they're dying, and the only GIF image is like that guy taking out something from the pocket.
Yeah. That clip in multiple angles. Repeat. On a loop.
and they have a big red circle.
Yeah, they
And a
have
panel of 8 people, 8 heads. Judging
all
it
talking
live.
over each other.
Yeah. God damn, I think it just described weekend news.
But yeah, they have a couple of like Hindi news channel also that are just like this. Cover all sorts of nonsense. They'll go
Couple
interview
is an
some
understatement.
saints here and there who do some kinds of nonsense in the mountains.
Oh God.
Yeah. I mean, all the news channels are crap in India anyway.
Dude,
They don't
the
do
sad
proper
part is
reporting.
most of these stories that come out as like exposés and shit like that they harass little couples. It's not even like the dude was like having anal sex or something. It's usually like second phase action, and the dude just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. You feel terrible.
So-
Their lives are
so-
gone.
So what are they doing? They're just shoving cameras in their private
Model
lives.
police,
and-
yeah, these guys sting operations. They go chase after couples in like parks.
Yeah, like they do a sting operation on the boyfriend or the girlfriend and they follow these people who cheat and whatnot.
Yeah.
They do these big
Like this
exposes.
bastard comes from so and so family. His dad's also an asshole. Like his whole backstory just he got some side boob in a park.
It's purely for the drama value.
Yeah, so the guy or the girl is cheating on their other half, and then they
Yeah.
show up at the place where they're meeting.
Yes.
And it all just
That you just like you may be sitting with a female coworker or another friend or something, and they're just spying on you from the restaurant's entrance or something. Look at these demons; they're out on a date.
It's like
Is that
Dateline,
legally
but the
allowed,
crime is
man?
dating. It's like Dateline, but the crime is dating. Best way to put it.
But that's not a crime at all.
It
Is that
in
even
their
le-
eyes.
Yeah, which is
Like Vishnu will
Why you're
sodomize you
laughing
if you like have.
I'll just get
Post-marriage, I mean,
Krishna
outside.
with me and I said this fucker has fucked 36,000 women.
But Amog,
Okay.
if they get whiff of you, they have like 3-4 episodes right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can make an entire documentary, bro, of 8 seasons, but let's not talk about me. But this is it even legal to like just invade somebody's private life in India? That's the baffling part about me.
RSS cops, I think, BJP, these workers. They call themselves model police or something.
That is different though. They are
That
just
is different,
disrupting.
dude.
Yeah, they're
RSS
just
and
disrupting all
news-
romantic activities out in the.
Yeah, RSS and news are not colluding to create this atmosphere in India.
No, the
They're
sting
like-
operations
that.
are usually hired by the other partner. Like the girlfriend will hire kind of sort of these like private detectives or whatever. they
Yeah.
claim
But don't you
themselves
think
to be.
it's
No,
staged?
I'm answering his question
I
of
think-
legality.
I
If
just
cops
think-
can do this.
Dude, I
Yeah.
think it's staged, nothing else. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's all drama value.
Yeah, how do
You
they
guys were
know the
talking about-
backstory and all? Yeah.
I've seen on Kannada news, like a live TV9 type show channel, having a piece about like these guys just like focusing on a couple, like through like trees and shit.
Oh, look at this bad man. He was playing with the girlfriend's titties. I'm like,
I think the topic was morality in Bangalore, in Kannada, something like that. Like, what is our moral levels right now? Like, it's kids
What
have gone
what in Bangalore?
morality,
Morality in
moral
Bangalore.
values, moral values. So basically, what happened to Sanskar? Where are these kids these days? Just
Yeah, but the way
frolicking
they
around.
like the way they show it in Hindi news, at least they go, look at this couple. Our sources tell us this man has a wife and 2 kids at home.
What? Seriously?
Yes,
sources are
they can pause for dramatic effects, and they're like, "Oh, this is the biggest crime in the world."
It is like Dateline then.
How did they find out that guy and his sources and find out that he has a wife and 2 kids? I want to know.
The immunity there apparently, or supposedly. It's never claimed as fact, so they get away with it, even if it's not.
Yeah, like their sources can say whatever the fuck.
Yeah, but I can sue the fucking people who are putting me on like the TV in a bad light as part of
Sources
character
can say
assassination.
whatever the fuck.
Yeah, you try. Good luck suing them in India.
Yeah, that's true. It's like that. It
There's your
reminds me
lawyer
of that
scamming
joke.
you, your judge scamming you, the other party scamming you.
Yeah,
There's the
yeah.
other party lawyer trying to scam you, trying to cut a deal with you.
Exactly. It reminds me of that Dave Chappelle joke when he's trying to sort of like defend Louis C.K., saying like, "What's the harm?" He's saying, "What's the harm?" He was just joking off, and he came in the own pot. And he's doing the show in Atlanta, and he says, "Do you know what happens in Atlanta if you call the cops and say like, oh, this man is joking off into a pot? The cops are gonna answer, what are you gonna talk? What are you talking about?" By joking off. That was the joke.
The closer is good.
So,
I really like the closer.
but apparently, like the scenes where they're saying he's cancelled or whatever, his shows are still on Netflix. I don't have a Netflix subscription, but they haven't taken down any, right? All the sex.
Power to Netflix for not like falling for this PC hype.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not even PC, dude. Honestly, if you watch the show, he hasn't said anything that's fucking.
Look, come on, it's out there. What he said is out there, but I don't think
It's
he
out
meant
there.
bad. Yeah, I don't think he meant bad, and he's explicit where his position is, and
And-
he's done
and he's
stuff
a
to support the
comedian.
community.
Yeah.
See, the comedy and the art angle is never good defense in my eyes.
Yeah, it
That
is a
way,
defense.
Everything is
It is a-
art, everything is comedy, everything is in good spirit.
It is a defense because you can't hold the president of United States and comedian at the same level of moral integrity. You could.
We don't.
you
We
have-
voted one guy. We
Yeah,
voted
yeah,
him to
yeah.
office.
Right. Because if you do that, then you're more doing damage in terms of diluting the standards for the rest of the guys who are supposed to be like proper like diplomats, right? But there was news that it was being cancelled. So apparently, so you're saying he's not.
No, I don't think. What cancel? He only said this is going to be one of his last appearances.
Yeah,
Who's going to fucking cancel Chappelle? What does that even mean?
that's right. But he is facing a lot of backlash.
Yeah, which he
From the
knew and he openly says
LGBT
in the show,
community.
you know. Yeah, he openly says that, comes out and says that in the show, which is
Yeah.
really cool of him.
Yeah,
It was quite moving.
yeah. While the LGBT community in India is like being treated as like,
like
the worst human beings to ever exist, man, that
worse
is
than that, they're not recognized as human beings, I feel.
yeah.
terrible.
Like the transgender community so nothing is happening there. Like the transgender community is not revolting against BJP, or there you go.
What?
Like
Why
how come
that question met with radio silence?
Yeah,
My
I was
question-
hoping they...
Yeah, I was hoping they would know, but the question is like, isn't there any sort of like revolt or like from the LGBT community against the injustice?
I
that
don't
they
really
face?
follow politics in India.
Yeah.
I barely follow politics here also.
There you go. Yeah, we are far behind there. So
Yeah, the last big thing I followed was the farmer protest that was happening. After that, I don't know if I've caught up on any
Yeah.
recent stories.
be honest, you followed it because of the
Protests.
video, right? Where they ran over that guys from the tractor
What? I have not seen this video.
during
They
the
ran,
protest.
they ran over
There
people
is this-
tractor?
Dude,
I
you
think
don't
Dev
know
showed
this.
it to me.
Yeah, I showed it to Amog. This is
Of
this
course you
crazy
did.
video of this farmers protest going on in I think it is Haryana, and
And this
the
guy is like annoyed by it.
union minister's son is in the car, and there's this SUV that just like drives through them, dude. People died in that. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's just
The
like
fuck?
He's like,
a
even
no
I'm good
warning
at
video.
plowing.
Okay, there's a peaceful protest happening. People are waving flags and shit, and this car comes out of nowhere on the road, and yeah, so
Yeah. So the union minister is like, oh, I'm not happy with the protest, but I know how to deal with this.
yeah.
Go run over
I mean,
them.
that was exactly their stance, dude. That is exactly what happened.
Yes.
That was fucking terrible. And what
They were
happened to the
protesting.
minister? I'm sure he's still in power.
Yeah,
No,
he's
the
more
minister-
popular than ever, apparently.
Minister is in power, but his son is in jail.
Oh, he's in jail. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's an
That's-
advancement. At
that's
least
an
you've done
advancement.
something.
God, he's gonna be living his life there. God, like
Yeah.
Well, that is
he's going
true.
to have a baller life there.
Yeah, it will be like a
Check out
luxurious
Archer
cell.
season 12.
Correct.
Yeah.
Is it really jail or is it house arrest? Do you want
Yeah,
to know
it's
that?
just like vacation.
Even in jail, it's like a house.
Yeah. It's like that Aung San Suu Kyi woman from Burmese.
Not Burmese, Burma.
Burma. She's a Burmese woman, right? Yeah. The first Nobel Prize winner who's seen sentenced to jail, by the way. Let me put it out there.
What? The first Nobel Prize winner?
She got Nobel Prize for Peace, Nobel Peace Prize, and the government
And they were
locked her
shoot-
up for 2
Yeah,
weeks
yeah, yeah.
because
Like
of
this
crimes
Peace
against
is
humanity.
too revolutionary. We can't. We
Yes.
need to jail.
They always, yeah, those people have always suffered a lot in jail. I think it's one of the criteria for eligibility. You need to spend minimum 10 years in jail to qualify for this Nobel
To
Peace.
understand what peace really is.
Yes.
She's gonna fight for it. Yeah, talking about peace, you guys know who Desmond Tutu is, right? He passed away recently, the champion of rights in South America, along with Nelson Mandela.
I know Desmond 3-3.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
Who is that?
I'm guessing Tutu San. Jesus Deva.
I thought this was
Thanks, Dad.
Raj's job. Why are you taking over this role?
No, me and Raj, we used to work it out between ourselves. So
Okay.
I was equally part in college.
You split responsibilities.
So his snipe at me on the About Us page is basically a cry for help.
No, it just kind of shaved off on me, dude. I mean, like, I got this. I never let this pass. And I always filtered this, but I got this. So why not, put it out there?
Amok, in a million years, did you think your conversation about Desmond Tutu would end up here?
No, but I was
Who do
so
you think-
offended because you are trying to pay respect to the man, and even before you paid respect, you're saying, where is Desmond 3-3, okay? Okay. One of the fundamental people to come up with rights and reconciliation, and yeah. Anyways, but if you guys haven't checked out his work and the stories about Truth and Reconciliation Council, it's worth a check out. It's one of the masterpieces in history in creating a process and dealing with victims and of extreme discrimination and how to sort of solve that problem, which is deep rooted and sort of done for years. You guys definitely have to check out the history. Fundamental to the core of the idea being you can't fight against something that's already bad. You got to take them on your side and forgive them. That's the idea.
So Tutu was post apartheid, as in like after.
Apartheid, yeah. No, he was not post. He was like they're part of the
Okay,
apartheid
okay,
when that shit
okay.
was happening.
Yeah, so
And
he worked with Nelson
Post.
Mandela.
Yeah. Okay.
Mandela, I think Tutu was probably not present if I'm not wrong. So he was fighting still out from outside while Nelson was sort of trying to
Hmm.
leave from the prison. And he tells these horrific stories that you're like, that makes you go, holy fuck, like there are levels to this. Like there are levels to discrimination and there are levels to like fucking injustice when he's describing like some of his stories of how humans are so dehumanized and how they are capable of willing to commit these brutal acts against their own human race.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
mean, we don't need to look that far back. All of this has happened in our lifetimes only.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, these people in power who like, rule entire nations have done a lot of shit.
Yeah. Dude, I was reading about these Rohingya Muslims. So there are these traffickers in Bangladesh and India who are taking money from them to get them into Bangladesh and then to India, where they're selling them to Kashmiri dudes who are unstable, old Kashmiri dudes who are unstable.
Okay.
And when after it doesn't work out, some of them like they work and then they save money and then they pay the trafficker again to go back there. I mean, like, these traffickers are making 3 times the money on the same thing, dude. Fuck.
Productivity must be through the roof in the trafficking company.
It's just so sad.
yeah.
And the
I wanna
border
talk-
officials of both Bangladesh and India are in on it because they have a code, so they do it
Obviously,
at
yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
At this scale, anything Deva will have to have government hand in it.
They
There's
need
too
an
many
inside man.
systems. Yeah. It's terrible.
And the thing about traffic people into India is like, they're like, oh, fine, okay, it's not 1.8 billion, it's 1.8 billion plus one, fine, nobody gives a fuck. Because of the population.
Who's even thinking about population for these?
Yeah.
Among you were saying something?
I want to talk about one of the main topics for today, which is psychedelics and
Ooh.
microdosing. Okay. Psychedelics being close to my heart. I'm a huge fan of yours out there. Okay.
No shit, Amoga. I think that was implicit.
He's put it in capitals
Yeah.
out on the internet.
I just love psychedelics. Okay. I'm tripping my balls out for the yours. Okay. But
All of the 10 to 20 people watching. Yeah, it was right up there.
it's right up there. But not for the mere reason that it makes your trip balls, but there are definitely more beneficial aspects to this beyond that in medicine and in therapy. But there's this concept of microdosing that's coming and becoming more and more popular with the people's aversion to like these big pharma drugs that are fucking people up.
So this is like an organic alternative.
Yeah, but that people are themselves sort of taking the step, okay, when it's still illegal in most parts of the country here in US.
Wait,
So-
is it
Yeah,
It's
LSD is
illegal?
Schedule 1 drug. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
up there with heroin, LSD, and mushrooms.
Yeah.
Which of course by the sound itself is it makes you be disgusted, to deny the population for your own fucking sick needs of helping out big pharma. But change, I think, is gonna come is what people's hopes are, especially in this country. I think it's trending towards that. Maybe in our kids' lifetime, in like 5 to 10 years, I think it might be legal. It might go down the same course as Marijuana. Okay.
So I came across this fact on Instagram where it said like one single dose of psychobellin, the psycho whatever it is.
Psychedelics.
Yes,
Psychosilibin.
Psilocybin.
psychosilibin. Yes, psychosilibin can cure
No, psilocybin, not psychosilibin.
psilocybin
Yeah.
can cure depression and anxiety for 5 years.
Yeah. One dose.
The
right?
part is there's no research around this, so none of this can be claims that they
Yeah,
can
there's
make.
like very less research. So this must be from one of these researches that they've taken up and
Yeah. But the stories are overwhelming at this point. Everybody I've seen use it, and people have spoken about the benefits that they have gotten, especially from the medical community, and also like patients who've used it. It's overwhelming, right? So that's one good thing at least. Yeah, what are your thoughts, guys? I mean, let's talk about first like your sessions of like how you've used it a couple of times and you guys have enjoyed it, and maybe what are your thoughts on how you want to see this social change?
I think it's for the best.
Yeah.
I think it's absolutely for the best.
But I think they'll still need to regulate it a bit because it needs to be balanced. Otherwise, it's a very slippery slope.
Yeah.
So you cannot make it very accessible to the community.
You can't, because it needs to be regulated, but
Yeah.
if it's not legal, then of course it's going to be accessible in all
But
the wrong
yes,
ways.
Yeah, like maybe in the medical industry in a well-regulated way, they could
Yeah.
implement it. Yeah. Once there is enough research. There's still starting out, right?
But to the general
Yeah.
idea itself, I can tell you firsthand, for me, it did feel like antidepressant. Like a lot of weight goes away.
Yeah.
For at least the attached period of time after done it, it's like a period of lightness where it could be all, placebo. At this point.
Placebo. Yeah, but
it's-
when you think about, it's all placebo for like 10,000 people who have told the similar stories, it makes you question.
Yeah, like there's a trend. Like let's be wary of the trend. The trend is positive. The trend looks good.
Yeah.
Let's be wary that it could be, dude. There's a lot of things that explain like general populace feeling a single way. There's this mass hysteria, all of that.
Yeah.
And they're pretty powerful and they're very valid arguments to this. But for me personally, yes. A lot of shit always weighs on my head, and after this, usually it's a period of lightness that I don't usually get otherwise.
Yes, we've done it in controlled quantities that have led to blackouts also in some cases. But
In your case, which I want to put it out there, is the first blackout by psychedelic known to man in the history of psychedelic.
That's funny.
But yeah, it's been quite amazing. I've had like 4 different kinds of experiences. My first one was very panicky because my heartbeat increased and I was not ready for that. So it was like waves of panic, but then I would laugh for 1 hour, then panic, then laugh. The second one was in Boston. That was when the blackout happened. So I remember.
Is it people dependent? What do you feel? Like when you do it with a certain set of people, a certain side of you is sort of conjured.
Yes,
Well,
I think
setting is fundamental to
yes, the setting is fundamental. Because
Yeah.
in Colorado, it was a very social trip. Like I was interacting with people a lot.
Yeah.
Than more than like a personal trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
If you
so
listen,
tell me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So tell me,
If you
as
listen
someone
to-
who's not. Okay.
I want to finish this. If you listen to Terence McKenna, who's a great eloquent speaker about all of these substances, he does make a point saying that setting is everything, to be really honest. So it is a major thing. Yeah, but go ahead.
Yeah, so someone who hasn't done this, can you like smoke and drink while you're tripping?
Oh,
Yes.
ho.
I would
You
recommend it.
can, but you don't even feel the need to do it.
How do you think I blacked out? There were so many different substances in my body at that point that I was out in 10 minutes. But when usually it takes 40-45 minutes for it to kick in.
He was gone.
What do you mean you were out in 10 minutes? You blacked out in 10 minutes?
So in 10, no, it was all, I was seeing colors everywhere and it was all spinning after 10 minutes. I was sitting on the couch and I was tripping balls. And I could just hear voices around me, like these guys checking up on me. Are you okay? Are you not okay? I could just see colors and it was all spinning.
That's hilarious.
After that, then in that next 10-15 minutes, I remember Amok clicking the lighter a lot. Like he was there sitting next to me. But other than that, it was more like of a semi-conscious state. And after that, it's a complete blackout.
Yeah, he was out. Like, I didn't know you were like out because you were having a bit of a. You were conversing with us right up until like we knew you were like bonkers gone. Was a little late into the thing because we thought Shu was still there, but the dude apparently had checked out a while ago.
Yeah, apparently I was on like automatic mode or something and conversing with these people.
We used to get generic stock responses for all of the shit we kept saying. It was like, Shu must be having a good time. He's having like a personal trip, this and that. But then he used to be talking nonsense.
But it was an out-of-body experience because I suddenly came into consciousness and I saw that I'm walking around the house. And I do not know why I am walking around the house or how long I have been walking around the house.
Yeah, what is it these people high or drunk who walk around in a loop, dude? Fuck, I had a friend who did this for like 45 minutes. He was pacing up and down the road in front of my house for 45 minutes.
Raja.
Yeah.
It's weird because usually I do it when I'm stone cold sober, but yeah.
No, because
Muga has to register to every in every community he moves in.
But like your heartbeat increases, so you have a lot more blood pumping, you have a lot more energy. You have to burn it off. You have to do something. So you get up and start moving around. I was completely blacked out, but I was walking around avoiding all of the obstacles in the way. There were so many people standing around the kitchen. I'm walking around all of them.
Yeah. I mean, if you haven't done it, it's extremely powerful. Okay, for folks who haven't done it, it's extremely powerful. You have to approach it with tremendous amount of respect and caution, and like understand the dosage levels because dosage is everything.
Yes,
and we are talking about natural psychedelics which contain psilocybin like shrooms. If you're talking about acid, which is more synthetic LSD, lysergic acid, it is, my god, like 10x. I want to say 50x. More powerful.
So that's the thing. I kind of have like a fear of these chemical substances.
Yeah.
So
that's where I draw the line too. If it
that was a line. Formed, I was not comfortable in that line either.
I have done coke and I've done this MDMA, but
ecstasy,
not a big fan of that.
Yeah.
That's because we attach a lot of unnecessary stigma to it. It shouldn't be taboo. It should be somebody's comfortable, they should do it. Somebody's not. Don't.
Yeah. Stigma has to play a big role.
But stigma is around. Assessment. Correct. But it's from data points. Like when the population size becomes bigger, there are very few people who are actually able to control it and balance it out. Because it's a very steep slope.
Exactly, but unfortunately data points are always skewed and nobody is telling you the right answer, right? Like stigma should be attached to like genuinely like harmful drugs. Like of course we know heroin is fucked up because it has huge dependency levels and it's, of course, the data points are out there, so there is stigma and people should like understand that. But there's also fucking stigma on every other shit that was unnecessary, right? When marijuana was banned, like in the 60s, 70s, they're airing ads where they're showing to the kids in the Nixon administrators, say no to drugs, and like this guy smoking a joint and going crazy and jumping out of the window. Like these things actually fucking act so negatively to the fucking society, not to mention there's huge like selfish motives to this on the on the bigger scale, not to even touch upon that aspect, you're just fucking up the people who generally are trying to understand what is safe and what's not safe. So, yeah.
I think the research around this has been ongoing. Yes, there is a little bit of a funding issue because obviously there's the whole politics around with the big tobacco industry putting their dick in and not letting the marijuana industry grow and all of that. But that aside, they have to regulate all of these substances because it's a very personal line where you draw it. Like, what is something that is not a destructive substance for you? What is something with which you can maintain your regular levels of like this functionability
Yeah.
in real life?
Here's a
Yeah.
variation of the question I was interested in. What in this same psychedelics, in the field of psychedelics, is there anything that you guys particularly have had like a bucket list that you want to hit? It's like an experience you're after? Because
And I
have
was
one.
gonna bring that up. So thanks for the natural transition. DMT is one thing I have to try, and I will try. Maybe ayahuasca is another experience in Peru that I want to try.
Wait. What was that in Peru?
Ayahuasca.
What is that?
It's another form of psychedelic which comes from this plant native to Peru, where they distill the leaves and then they create a liquid-like substance, like a shot, where you take and people who have done it, they might listen to me and they're like, "Man, you're doing a bad job of describing it." So I don't particularly know, but the effect, of course, has been talked about a lot, and a lot of famous personalities who I admire in comedy or in any other like documentary shows have done it, and they have had good benefits of it. Apparently, you go into a different state. And again, an emotional experience. But so that's one thing. DMT is another one which I want to try, which is straight up psychedelic elite list. I want to say, like, it's like more stronger and more powerful than like pretty much any other psychedelics that we know of right now.
I want to do the DMT experience too. Guys, think of it this way. It's
Tell
apparently
us
the
about
I
DMT
definitely do
again.
not want to do that. I definitely do not want to do that.
Tell us about DMT again.
It's basically the last your last
Dimethyl. Go ahead. What's the full
No,
form? of
forget
DMT?
the expansion. What the chemical is it's your body's last response. It's released before you die. Like that is what sold it to me.
Dimethyltryptamine.
What?
It's a chemical
Yeah,
that's
it's-
actually found in some levels in us, like as we are speaking, but its release is triggered. Some people say like when you have this near-death experience, and it's also dimethyltryptamine DMT is a psychedelic substance, so it's gonna affect your nervous system, kind of like psilocybin, but way more potent, and it's operational
And apparently
because
the
of
high
the
only lasts for a few minutes, right?
yeah,
What?
some
Only for
people
a few
say even a
minutes?
few seconds.
Okay,
Some
okay,
people say
yes.
like 60 seconds to 120 seconds.
But you experience so much of everything apparently.
Wait,
Yeah.
that's it? Then I'm
No,
open to it.
dude, because anything longer than that and your body will get hurt.
No, because I've heard people doing terrible shit on DMT. I don't remember, but I was like,
That's
when I was hearing
DDT,
this,
dude.
what is DDT?
What is that? Disinfectant we used to use.
The disinfectant infectant that these people drank.
And I want to genuinely see fractals once in my life. I want to see the power of my brain that I cannot conceive. And yeah, I'm humbled by every fucking shroom trip, but I want to be slapped in the face once more and be more humbled.
Yeah, I think like it helps you connect to your core layers. Like, as a person, there are so many layers that pile up with the society and your work and everything. You remove all of those layers and you connect with like just to core this thing and experience the stimulus a lot more in its raw form.
So, saying that, are you saying, Shu, that you want to try it as well, or
No, but this
what are you
was
saying?
for me, I think I drew the line of the experience on shrooms. Because as I have seen, it hits me like a truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only
And then some. And then some.
And then some.
handle, so I'm very conscious of that.
Yeah.
So you don't need to get
Of
slapped
that.
in your face like Amok does. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
A truck and then a rabid dog bit him.
Yeah.
So I've had one out of body experience. I'm satisfied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes back to the point of Shu was saying. So it's up to individuals to decide where they're going to draw the line and what's going to be beneficial to them, and whether you have a fucking reason which is legitimate and trustworthy to actually appreciate and try it. Not for the sake of, oh, I want to get high and I want to like experience unique things. That's not going to work out with these substances. You have to appreciate science fundamentally. When you're approaching this, you have to appreciate your personality and the functioning interplay between those.
And you need to give yourself some room for chaos. Like you need to already plan for what is the worst that can happen that we fear if you totally lose control, and you need to be okay with this result before you try it. That's usually how I approach these.
Yeah, like you have to be cognizant of those outlier situations that could happen,
Correct.
and it's a risk that you are willing to take.
Correct.
But
Amok,
at this
I'm sure
point,
you agree.
yes. But at this point, I had a question. Like with this podcast stuff happening so much more, do you guys feel that we might be addicted to weed at some level? Like, what is the frequency that you guys smoke? And I have a very funny story. I have a very funny story behind this question, but I first want to hear your opinions.
So I think there's a difference between addiction and dependency. So I'm
Okay.
not dependent on it, but I'm definitely addicted to it.
Are you addicted to it, or are you addicted to the experience? Like, just you want to be in that space, or is it like a physical need for the substance?
The experience, definitely. That's what I'm saying. There's no dependency. There's no physical need. But I definitely like that state. So
Got
Yeah,
it.
you can
That is-
function without it, but yes, you want to be in that state
yeah.
to experience.
I have been thinking
everything
about this
better.
more and more lately, but I'm going to play how I treated alcohol in my life. It was a lot of fun when I started. I didn't want to have any inhibition, but my overall goal was always engagement. If I need to sit at home alone and just smoke up, then I have a problem, which I don't think I've faced yet. It's usually with Priyanka. It's an engagement thing for me, and I don't want to restrict it as long as I'm having fun.
Nice. So even though you are smoking pretty regularly, but you have some sort
No,
of
but so
line that you've
tell me one thing.
If I ever
if-
find myself doing it even accidentally, just by myself, like I'm having fun and this is something I've been doing, if that's a thing I notice, that's when it's a cause for alarm for me. That's my internal alarm bells going off.
Saying there needs to be a change.
So if your
Yeah.
spouse doesn't smoke, you wouldn't have been smoking now.
Well, I don't think we would have been there. We think alike, dude. We're together because we think alike. These are like fundamental things. I don't think we would have been that much on a
So
spectrum.
I'm not
But
talking
to
about
answer
your
question,
particular
no.
spouse. I'm not talking about your particular.
No, that's what. To answer your question, no, I don't think so. If the spouse wasn't a thing, I just would be smoking lesser as a matter of outcome. That's it.
No, but think about it realistically. There was a stretch of time where one spouse was ready to try it and one was not. And there was a lot of talking stage and back and forth happening between the two of them before they got on the same page.
Right.
So it's the communication and how you reach the end result that matters.
Dude, my hypothetical here is that her spouse does not smoke. Okay,
At
I'm
all.
not talking about how these guys.
So I
got
mean,
them.
no, so I'm saying like then you talk about it and try to convince them and get them on the same
Okay,
page.
thank you for the relationship advice. I'm saying she's not listening to you. Oh my god.
Hands up the counseling.
Amok, why do I feel like this is a personal problem now? We've entered his personal space.
We do at least a couple of times every session.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Deva.
I mean, whoever's listening, guys, please chime in. This is Deva's own domestic shit. We have to know who's not smoking and who has a problem.
No, I'm saying, would you or would you not have smoked?
In his
would have
case,
been
I can
lesser.
answer the question. It wouldn't even have occurred to him to get into smoking in the
Yes.
first place, because he would be like, who would I enjoy it with?
Exactly. And if I got into it, the outcome would have been, let's say now I meet someone, and hypothetically I was single, I meet someone and the person doesn't
Yeah.
smoke. It just becomes like when I'm living at home, I would be in engagement in other ways. I don't really need smoking, hopefully. That's how I see it happening. You just end up smoking lesser, not because I wanted to, but as a matter of outcome.
Okay. My response to your question, Chu, is first of all, I mean, realistically speaking, and I've read few papers about this, like this, you can't be addicted to pot, okay, at least from a physical dependency standpoint. Maybe you could make a case that psychologically you want to be in that state of mind, but if there's one thing that's not addictive, that's pot, unlike other substances like
But to say that, I mean, now I don't have a physical dependency, but there was a point where like I would not get hungry if I hadn't smoked a joint. So
yeah,
So that's a physical dependency then. Yes.
yeah, so that was there, like I experienced it. So
Yeah, where you lose your appetite without it.
yeah, but that's not the case
okay.
now. Actually,
Okay, but was that the only thing, or were you gonna extend that saying, also I just needed to smoke, like I wanted to smoke, and I would be not happy if I didn't smoke?
no, I'm just saying, like, so it became a necessity because of outcome, because I had to had lunch, so I had to had my joint just before that. So like that, I had to smoke. Yeah. So that's
This is the best answer I've ever heard, by the way. If anybody is listening and the doctor is asking, are you addicted to something? He said, doctor, what are you going to do? I have to eat. So I have to do that.
This answers my question perfectly. Yeah. So there was a point where it happened like that. So why I brought it up was I decided that I'm not going to smoke on weekdays because it makes me a little sluggish. So I finished the previous batch of weed on Sunday and I did not have enough left on Monday I had left for like maybe a little more than half a joint. Okay, so till evening I was fine, like I don't need to smoke or anything. When then I was done with work and everything, I was like, I had nothing to do.
You're like, what the fuck to do now?
So I have to watch something on the TV, and I usually like consume the content much better when I'm high. Like it feels just a better experience.
It's an injustice. You're like, this is not, was I watching the show and was I enjoying it so much? I'm so as fuck, I can't tell.
Yes. So I sat down and I used a little plug thingy to plug out like old stuck weed in my grinder, dude. I was sitting and scraping that for 10 minutes.
Classic response.
And after 10 minutes, I move my neck. It fucking hurts a lot. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
No, I mean, so Shu, just hold on, apply the brakes. I mean, so we've been through this twice. I mean, this is not the first time you've instituted this rule. Okay, so you know you're failing over there. So who are we kidding right now?
No,
but also I find it funny, Shu. I find it funny, Shu, that you had this whole existential question by just trying to get the last part of marijuana. Suppose there's some real addicts who are shooting up heroin and then ruining their life. This guy ran. Oh, talk.
He's doing a PhD. He's working full time and he's thinking like, yeah, I'm scraping my weed.
My God, I'm ruining my life. I don't have joint and I feel like a junkie.
Well, if you put it that way, then yeah.
Yeah, but I hear you. Just find that
PP,
it goes to the innocence of the man.
PP has something to add. She's saying, losing appetite sound familiar at Shu.
What? No, that's just I'm old now. I can't eat that much sober.
I feel like she's disagreeing with you.
I can't eat
the answer came out.
No, so the thing is, like my regular appetite is low now. But when I smoke up, I'm unable to control it that much. So I end up eating a lot.
That's fine.
This is why I've had to wake up at like 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. to take a dump.
It's
Well,
just making space.
Because I've
'Cause
had 2 dinners or 3 dinners.
yeah, no, I've had those 2-3 dinner nights. Me and Priyanka have had those 2-3 dinner nights. They're bad.
Yeah.
God, we end up eating so much. The batch of badam barfi, that halwa, not barfi, halwa that my parents got is done. I finished it in like 4 or 5 days. I'll put on like 5 pounds.
Okay. Wow. Eating all that fucking fancy ass Indian
Yeah,
sweets.
yeah.
Because they, you know what they put in that, right? Shit ton of ghee, butter, everything.
No, ours is more spice based. Luckily, my mom prefers the ghee, so more the spices that get me.
Interesting.
Alright, that seems like a good enough segue. Should we call it off the live?
Dude, so
Yeah.
we went the entire
Maybe-
3 hours without delving much into the segment at all, which is
We haven't done Mughal slot at all.
which honestly speaking is a good thing because it's getting better at the flow. We did a few and we have few more that will extend it to
So-
the next session.
Yeah. So each hour I was like, wait, I think this is going good. Let's not introduce. This is going good. Let's not introduce.
No, but also organically people
Usually
just
our
picked
store
up
meetings
stuff.
go anyway.
Yeah. So we had good organic content.
Alright, thanks to whoever was listening. See you guys next week. Bye.